Hello, Geeky Saiyan Army. It's Kanan,
It's Jesse.
and we are the Geeky Saiyan couple. And boy, do we have an urgent, breaking news video for you tonight. We did not plan to record tonight. I actually didn't plan on recording tomorrow for my first Let's Play episode, so make sure you tune in for that.
Clearly, I did not expect it either. I don't feel good.
Yeah. As I was supposed to have today off. I got called into work. So as I'm driving to work, I get a DM message on Twitter from my good friend BeeKind at BeeKind15. If you guys don't follow him, please go. He's a great dude. Sent me some interesting screenshots, and at first I didn't get it. Then I had to be reminded of something that happened a few years ago. And it's exploded all over Twitter. I can't scroll at all without seeing this now. And I sent stuff I saw to her, and I was like, we're making a video tonight. This is going to be a theory video. If this is how things play out, then woohoo for us. If not, oh well, that's what theories are for. Okay, so let's just say Chapter 11 left the RWBY fandom a bit speechless. So let's go ahead and pull up the first one. If anyone remembers, back during Volume 5, there was a little bit of marketing done for Crunchyroll to show that RWBY Volume 5 was streaming. And it had this slash through the W, which of course represents Weiss, and a little bit of what looks like blood. I can't remember when exactly this was used, because that's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years now. I don't know if it was the week of that episode aired, but if you all remember, I think it was the Christmas break episode. The Christmas cliffhanger that year was Weiss getting impaled by Cinder. So this could have been seen as a little bit of foreshadowing. Weiss's name is the only one that's damaged, and she was the main one of the main four who got seriously injured during Volume 5. Now, of course, she was saved. That's when John activated his semblance. And plus, the main four are not going to die. They've got too much plot armor. So why are we bringing this up now? Well, today, Crunchyroll posted this.
Look familiar.
Yes, it looks very familiar. There is a slash through the B, which stands for Blake. Now, if you look, it's kind of interesting. There's a little bit of a slash on Weiss as well, and the blood actually does extend a little over to Weiss. So what could this mean? All right. Now, the next couple, you can go ahead and take those down, but I'm going to want the Volume 7 one up at a later time. These next couple of shots were posted by Calxiyn, and I trust Cal, so I do believe these came from a legit place. The first one is this. Okay, so it says, Barbara said Yang screams at one time in Volume 7. Now, for the people who didn't keep up with the news coming out of RTX back in the summer, there was a voice acting panel that was being held at RTX. It was not filmed. It wasn't recorded or anything. But the people who were in attendance did confirm that, yes, Barbara did say this. Now, Barbara did not mean to say this. The panel was pretty much asked, what is the hardest part or hardest thing to do as a voice actor or voice actress? And Barbara stated that screaming for her was hard, and she used the example of Yang screaming in Volume 3, toward the end of Volume 3, where she tries to save Blake from Adam. And then she goes on to say that in Volume 7, Yang screams and saves, and she stopped herself. And Miles tried to cover her by saying and she ends up saving someone completely different. Like he tried to salvage it, but it was all over the internet. Now, other people have now posted that it's Blake she saves. Now, I don't know if it's ever been officially posted anywhere that yes, Barbara was relating that Yang screams in response to Blake. For the longest time, I thought it was either going to be Blake or Ruby, but with the slash through the B now, it looks like it is pointing more toward Blake. One of the Rooster Teeth animators, that the person said their name escaped them at this point, which we actually know which one it was, said that there'd be a scene this week which is going to make people barf. Now, either it's going to make us barf in, like, just shock, or I don't think they're going to show anything that's going to make us sick. But,
I'd hope not.
yeah, so there's that. Cliffhanger for one of the next 2 episodes confirmed. I hope it's not the finale. So I kind of hope it is Chapter 12 that has the cliffhanger. Then this is where things get interesting. Apparently there is leaked footage of an unused fight between Yang and Neo. Now, Neo really, I do not count Yang losing her arm to Adam as a loss because it really wasn't a fight. But Neo is really Yang's biggest L in the series. Like, if you watch the fight between Yang and Neo in Volume 2, Yang doesn't lay a hand on her.
No, because also at that point in time, that's also when Yang was focusing more on her semblance and anger.
Yeah.
So she wasn't thinking logically.
Yeah,
which
Yang
now she's definitely grown.
Yang got her ass kicked in Volume 2 to the point where she was knocked unconscious, and the only thing that saved her was Raven. But yeah, Yang is smarter. She's stronger this time. So this could hint that yes, we are getting Yang versus Neo Part 2 at the end of this volume. Then it goes on to talk about some new promo material, which could be the post that Crunchyroll made. Now, this next one is the Rooster Teeth animator in question. This is Andrea. Go follow her. She's amazing. And he talks about how she shouldn't be awake at that time because I'm sure she probably has to work later. She's having fun seeing everyone's reactions to Chapter 11. She's talking about how the episode was a heavy workload for her, but she was very pleased with it, how the shots turned out. But she thinks her favorite shots are the animation she's going to do in Chapter 12. You're all going to barf with a devil emoji. Okay, so what is this all pointing to? All right, now pull up the Volume 7 logo. Now, this is my personal theory on what we're going to see, based on what we know, based on Barbara's words, based off that we have, apparently leaked unused footage of Yang versus Neo. This is what I think is going to happen. I'm also going to touch on why maybe Weiss's name has a little b slash through it as well. So as of right now, we don't have the title, the runtime, or the description for Chapter 12. That more than likely will come tomorrow, or today, whenever this video posts. It could be Thursday by now. So we still don't know how the Aesop's and RWBY situation is handled. We don't know if somehow Team RWBY wins and gets away, or if Marrow helps them they get away, or if the Aesop's just wipe the floor with them and they get locked up. We do not know yet. But what this is pointing at, Chapter 12 may be a longer episode, the way things are looking, but we still don't know. But here's what I think is going to happen. I think Team RWBY is going to split up, because they know Cinder is there. So it'd be kind of dumb for them to split up individually. That's kind of asking for trouble at that point. So I think RWBY and Weiss are going to go after Winter. They know Cinder is there. They know what Cinder wants. Winter's in trouble. So that's where they're going to go. I do not know what role Crow, Clover, Robin, or Jean, Nora, and Ren are going to have at this point. I just do not have an idea for them. I think maybe Blake and Yang are going to go try and find Jean and the others and let them know what's going on, because Jean and them do not know yet that Cinder is there. And of course, all of them don't know Neo is there. So I think maybe on the way to John and them, Blake and Yang are going to see RWBY leading Oscar away. Now, why would she be disguised as RWBY after she's already attacked? She destroyed the robots and all that and took Oscar away. I don't know. Maybe Oscar's led to believe that Ironwood's went AWOL and RWBY came to save him, even though RWBY's not saying anything. Who knows?
I'd still think Oscar's a bit smarter than that. Realize if RWBY's not talking, there's something wrong.
Or maybe Blake and Yang just see Neo taking him away. But I just think it'd be really cool if they saw her as RWBY and be like, that's not RWBY, you know? And so they go after him. Turns out it's Neo. Blake and Yang both know who Neo is. And a fight starts out, and Blake gets injured by Neo. Yang screams, fights Neo off. Neo probably gets away. And this could potentially set up the Bumbleby confession. Like, maybe Yang thinks Blake is going to die and says something. It's kind of cliche. I don't think they're going to go this way, but maybe says something around the lines of, I should have told you how I felt when I had the chance, or
if she thinks, I don't know, maybe if she doesn't think she's going to die, but
or maybe if Blake's unconscious, or Yang is so bothered that Blake got hurt and she wasn't able to help, she wasn't able to prevent it, that she breaks down and tells her. Or maybe Blake thinks she's going to die and she kisses Yang, wanting that to be the last thing she does. Because like I said, none of Team RWBY are going to die. That's just not going to happen. Even if I wasn't a Bumblebee shipper, this, Blake getting seriously injured is a prime way to confirm their relationship. Because there's a lot of stories where one member of a couple gets hurt, and that's when the confession comes. Now, why could Weiss have this slash?
It could either just be the angle of the gun.
It could be, or when Cinder shows up, she could hurt Weiss again.
But it's not much of the W that's hit. So.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's just the way it's made, or it's just maybe Weiss gets hurt and it's just that we're led to believe it's worse than it really is. Because I'm sorry.
Protecting Winter?
Maybe. If RWBY and Weiss get there before Cinder is able to do anything to Winter or Penny, we've seen in the past that an effective group can take down a Maiden, because Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury were able to pretty much take down Amber and steal half of her power. So
until Crow jumped in.
So Maidens are not invincible. They're not. So if RWBY and Weiss get there in time, I don't see Cinder being able to take all four of them all together, especially Penny. Now, is that the way things are going to go? We don't know. The episode's not aired yet. We may learn more once the description and all that's put out. But yeah, this has got a lot of people worried for Blake. Like, what's going to happen? Is she going to get stabbed again? Is she going to get slashed? Is she going to lose one of her ears?
I hope not.
No, I hope not either, because I love Blake's ears.
They just made them extremely animated. So.
But here's the thing. We would not even really know about Yang's involvement in this if it hadn't been for Barbara's oopsie at RTX. So, yeah, I think this is definitely Blake's going to get hurt. Yang's going to go ballistic. Also, another theory could be this is all just one big troll by Rooster Teeth. They're like, some of them's going to remember the destroyed W. They're going to jump on this. It's going to create hype. It's going to get people talking. And then nothing happens. I mean, that could potentially happen. Will it? I doubt it. I don't see them sending this marketing to Crunchyroll and it being a big, haha, we got you guys going. Because almost everyone on RWBY is hyping these last two episodes for, we're not ready for this. Yeah, so, like I said, is Blake going to die? No. Is she possibly going to get seriously injured? It looks that way. Because this is way too coincidental. like, and the fact that they dropped this the week of the episode, I could have sworn I saw people saying that during Volume 5, that logo with the /W dropped the week Weiss got impaled.
Well, the other thing I was thinking is you had mentioned, if they're going to split off and go look for Jean and stuff, which would be a thing. Like, think back to Weiss. That's how she healed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So going to look for him, like if they run into Neo first, and their way to find them, well, they could be coming down the hall, and then.
Well, maybe this is how Oscar's going to unlock his semblance.
That is another point.
Because maybe Blake is hurt enough to where she is going to die, and Oscar unlocks his semblance, and maybe it's another healing-like semblance that saves Blake. Who knows? So yeah, throw that out there. Now I'm sure everyone's going on, like, there's people who are so desperately not wanting anything bad to happen to Blake that they're saying that this is like, she's not. There's also people saying that they just come off a big arc with Blake and Yang. It's too soon. Not really. Just because Blake and Yang's arc with Adam is over with doesn't mean that they're not going to get another arc.
No, and it's still, things are still going to continue because things are still building. It's not like it's, it's done. No, it's going to continue to build. There's still unsaid things that could be said later.
Yeah, it's not
so much the talk. I don't mean that. I just mean like in general.
Yeah, it's not like, Adam's dead, so Blake and Yang are in the background now, which, I mean, technically Blake and Yang kind of have been in the background this volume. But Rooster Teeth has still been building the relationship, whether they're on screen or not. I mean, the whole thing with Nora and all that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Crow, Robin, Clover, the Aesops, the rest of Juniper don't have an idea where they're going to be placed in all of this, because we just don't know yet. We have no idea. But going off what Barbara has said, the fact that unused footage of Neo versus Yang has been leaked, and if it was leaked, it was taken down awfully fast. This kind of reminds me during Volume 6 when they accidentally leaked that they had been doing the motion cap for Blake and Yang versus Adam. So it seems like
it appeared and then it was gone.
Yeah. So if anyone had seen it, please let us know. Like I said, I don't think Cal would have posted this stuff without knowing more about it. So shout out to Calxiyn for posting that stuff. Plus,
put a link to her page below.
And thank you once again to BeeKind for messaging me all this.
Also link below.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, everyone's scared. Me personally, I'm like low-key scared but more excited of what this could potentially lead to. Even if I wasn't a Bumbleby shipper, I'd be like, this is where they're going to do it. If not a kiss, a confession. Because Blake is potentially going to get seriously injured. That's perfect build-up for a love confession if you think the person you care about most is about to die. I think the stuff with RWBY, like RWBY potentially getting kidnapped and all that, I think they're going to be saving that for Volume 8.
Or the freaking cliffhanger.
Yeah, or the cliffhanger. I could imagine the cliffhanger of RWBY getting carried off by gorillas. That would be both terrifying and hilarious at the same time. I'm sorry, it would be. We need to make an AMV of her being carried off and the dun 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 happening. So yeah, we just wanted to do a quick little theory video on this and what we think. Will it happen? Who knows? If it does, I'm going to squeal during the reaction. If not, oh well. I mean, it's just a theory. Like I said, it could be a completely prank by Rooster Teeth at this point. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Once we hit 200 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. My first Let's Play episode for Kanan's Nights of Horrors will be Friday. Going to record it tomorrow. And always, every weekend, well, 2 more weeks, we'll be having RWBY reactions and RWBY analysis. And we've got a lot more content planned. That's not just RWBY coming up. and we'll have a con vlog up as well. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit that like button, share it around.
Patreon.
If you would like to support us on Patreon, links in the description. Our Twitters are in the description. Our Etsy store, our Square store, our Facebook, our email. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.